There's not a lot of anything happy good to say about that one. That was really disappointing loss, and how it was for sure, how it started and continued through it. So I think with that, I'll just open it up to some questions.
When you're watching that on the sidelines, saw you live tonight, just watch it, clapping a few times. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
What do you think of your team right now? What are you thinking as that's happening?
You know, I think that if you can just take it piece by piece, as I was looking at it, offensively, Ohio State when they are rolling and have the running back going, the quarterback going, the run option stuff going, and the quarterback's throwing like that. That's kind of, like I've said for a while, the standard. I mean, they have both the talent and the execution to make it look like that, and we had an impossible time, it looked like, getting them off the field, which we didn't. So I think that, Sam, what I'm looking at now from our team, because I think we ended up playing, and these aren't excuses, but we ended up playing without our three safeties, basically, and so there were some new guys playing in there. I don't think anybody on our team quit. I think we had just a hard time tackling them, stopping them, catching them. So I think that probably, for us now as coaches, what we have to do is we can learn some stuff from this game and also use it at this time of year with the bye coming and a chance for maybe Antonio, Aaron, and Josh Kalu to get back in there and get healthy and get everybody else, kind of use it as a reboot going into these last five. I think that's, and I know not everybody wants to hear that right now, but that's where I'm at, thinking about what's best mentally, physically for this team. That's how I've got to get them thinking that, that they can appreciate the fact I think the guys continued to try to make plays, even though we didn't. I think that certainly some people offensively kept trying. Just love J.D. Spillman, how he fights, and I think Tanner Lee is a good player. I really do.
What did you think of the fight, the energy out of the gate? How would you
I didn't see anything that was anything. If you just looked at the football, Steve, and and it wasn't good either side of the ball to get started, I think you could say something like maybe that was exactly the case. I don't know if I didn't see that as much as just not able to make a play. We've been fairly realistic about where this team appears to be overall, and then week to week, as I've talked to you about that, and I didn't sense anything about them not getting ready, us not getting them ready, them not getting ready to really go after it. I think that we really just had a hard time, obviously, keeping up with what they were doing with the totality of their offense.
Coach, you've talked about them as the gold standard or measuring stick. What kind of perspective does this grant you and this group on where you're at in the whole process?
Well, I think that that certainly is. It certainly does paint a picture of where you have to go if you really want to do what everybody wants to do here. I mean, that's what's going to have to happen. The competition with that team, those players, that talent. That's what. So, and that's all okay. I think, but that's the realism of it. So. It's a measuring stick.
Mike, are you worried about sort of the psychological blow tonight?
You know, it's one thing to lose, it's another thing to lose like that. How do you repair sort of the psyche of your team?
You know, I think that frankly, I've got a feeling this team has a trust within the building, you know, within our locker room, within our staff, that they will believe that we're going to come back and get better. And you know, you know, when you're playing a game like that, it certainly doesn't even seem like it. But there are individuals that are getting better within our team that haven't played much before. And I know that sounds funny in a game that just looked like that, but as we look at that, and then we go into the bye week and kind of regroup and get some more guys, you know, those, like Josh redid his hamstring tonight, and I just hope it's not that bad where he can be back, so we can get a little bit fuller strength. We can. I think that what I'm saying is I trust this team will do that. I really don't think that they'll not continue to grow. This whole year, for the big picture of this thing, Dirk, is about growth, and particularly right now, it's really all about that. You know, so you have, you know, you can just start taking the parts: the quarterback, the receiver, the 3-4 defense, all that. You know, it's for me now, that's what's going to be the deal. Now, the result that we want with that growth as we go down the stretch is winning the games, but it's still about growth.
What's your approach on this bye week then? Is it more practice? Is it rest? I mean, what are you going to do with your team on this week?
A balance of both of those things. We'll practice for sure, and we'll pick out I think some of the key elements for each position to get better, and probably talk about that individually for the players too. But we also don't want to overdo it. This is their one chance to have a bye, and so we'll have probably 3 days of practice and 5 days of meetings and a couple more days of lifting, you know, to kind of just stay in tune a little bit. And we'll probably practice Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, meet with them on Monday and Friday.
When did you know that you were going to move DiCaprio to safety to start the game, and what went into that decision?
Oh, that was early in the week with the fact that Aaron Williams and Antonio Reed were not going to probably be able to play. We probably. I'm trying to remember for sure, but it was Monday, Tuesday when I think we still held out hope that both of those guys might be able to play. But by Tuesday we just said, no, let's just get DiCaprio ready to go.
Why Boodle over Markel or Kyrie?
Well, I think that you know, in this game with what we were going to have to do with the interior stuff, tracking the quarterback, zone read stuff, that the man-to-man, we thought that putting a guy that was a little more used to playing man-to-man coverage in there more often, which we thought we might have to do more of, would be better than putting a pure free safety type player in there.
You're talking about growth and, you know, players getting better. To me, that sounds like rebuilding. Is this now a rebuilding campaign through the rest of this season? Are you trying to then sort of rebuild this program to get it to a different place, or?
Well, I don't want to use re. Okay. I will say that every season and every team should build. That you know, the actual goal is to win all the games, but as you go, you would like to think that you're getting better through the year, playing your best ball as you go. And like I said, I know this didn't look like that, but I do think that there are parts and individuals that are. So I think that's what we always have to do, Sam. I don't think that it really changes anything about that, except it's just for the situation, that game, that's an evident topic to me. about our team, because you know, they're going to expect me and the coaches to have something for them Monday that they can use to have some real confidence going forward that we're going to go win. And we this is what I like about our profession. This is where all the teaching part comes in.
Is there a specific thing or two where you thought at this point in the year this team would be further along?
Oh gosh.
That has to be that can be fixed over the course of the next couple of weeks.
Well, we certainly think we can make it better than that, and I don't think we have to play Ohio State right away again. That is in all due respect to our future opponents, but I think that the main thing about it is, did I ever think that? You know, we all have more optimism at the start of the year than any other time. So, but realistically, I also in the back of my mind know anything can happen in a season. So, whatever is going on, we have to deal with in terms of how to best handle our players and make sure they don't lose the confidence, that they don't kind of forget the season or all that. So all the parts, whether it's psychology or football teaching, that's what we have to do. And sometimes it's just plain harder than others, and that doesn't really matter.
You know that coaches don't always get as much time as they want to build and rebuild. Do you think you're going to have enough time to do what you want to do here?
You know, Dirk, that is probably it's. I don't even personally think about that. I know that's probably a topic, but that's kind of natural, and that decision won't be made by me. I am doing this as if we are going to keep building and building and building, both in the football and the recruitment of the players for this program.
JT Barrett's put up big numbers against a lot of teams. When you started out this week, where did you want to try to make it difficult for you?
Well, you know, I think that, first of all, you'd like to think that in the passing game you could, what we couldn't do or get to tonight because of always the threat of the run and the fact that they're pretty darn good blockers too, we couldn't make him uncomfortable throwing the ball. I mean, and I know what they did running the ball and all that, but that's a pretty clean pocket he had to throw in, so that's where we would have liked to have made him more uncomfortable.
You're an old defensive coordinator, so you love defensive back play. How did your defensive back play tonight? And how do you feel like they're reflecting or not reflecting the coaching that they're receiving based on Barrett completing 27 to 33 passes, based on the tackling? Where do you think those guys are at, and how well do you think that they're being coached?
You know, I think that I have actually, from the very beginning, Sam, and you've seen parts of it too, I think that they are getting every bit of coaching to play in the game. You know, I think that these guys tonight, you know, they've had obviously better moments than this or during the season. These guys tonight, with what they were doing in the running game and how we had to compromise to do that, a lot of pressure goes to them. We weren't as probably aggressive out there as we would like to have been. And you have to remember DiCaprio Boodle was playing corner, and Lamar's playing corner, and Eric Lee's playing, three of those guys, and we just got Chris Jones back. So we were playing with three youngsters, and now they're playing in that kind of game, Ohio State, and it was hard. Okay.